Hi, this is Edmar with Engel and Volkers. Wanted to shoot a video today. I've talked to a lot of people, especially lately, on the fence on whether they should buy. Is the market going to crash? Why I should buy if the interest rates are so high? So I thought I would do a video. There's three kind of different purchases that you could do in real estate. One being a flip, another one being a hold, a rental property. And another one is a primary residence where you buy and you live in the property. Now, it's very important to identify which one you're going to do. Now, if you're buying the property with the intent to flip, there's a few things that you need to look at. You need to look at the cost to purchase. You need to look at cost to flip. You need to look at cost to hold. You need to look at cost to sell. At the end of the day, what's really important is the return on your investment. How do you determine what your return on investment is on a market that's changing? Interest rates are changing. There's a lot of moving parts. Is the price going to come down? When it's time to buy an investment property, you really have to know your numbers really well. You have to be able to forecast where the market's going to be 3 to 5 to 6 months from now. So it's really, really important you know your numbers when you're buying a property to flip. On the other hand, when you're doing a property to hold, meaning when you buy a rental property, whether it be a single family residence that you're renting out or a multi-unit building, you want to make sure you know your costs to purchase. You want to make sure you know your costs to repair, if it needs any repairs, and operating costs. So what is it going to take for me to be able to run every month? That's your utilities, if you're paying your gas, if you're paying the water, whatever utilities you are paying, it goes incurred into your operating costs. At the end of the day, you want to make sure on a monthly basis you're getting a return on investment, also known as a cap rate. So when you're buying and buy and hold, it's a different thing when you're buying to flip. Now, if you're buying to live in the residence as a primary residence, the mindset needs to be different. The mindset needs to be, what is my down payment? What is my monthly payment? Do I qualify? Why do I say that? Because you're in this loan for the next 30 years or so. There's people that pay it off faster. There's people that are going to take 30 years to pay off a home. Perfectly fine. But the great thing about this is your monthly payment's not going to change. Your monthly payment will stay the same for the next 30 years. The only way your monthly payment changes is if you refinance, if the property taxes change and the property taxes go up. But in a market like this, you don't have to worry about the values going up and getting a supplemental tax bill. Your insurance. Now, if you change your insurance and you get a higher coverage, then obviously your payment's going to change. But for the most part, your payment for your home is fixed for the next 30 years. So since you know this is not going to change, it's important to start as soon as possible because you're going to be done in 30 years. Whether you start 5 years from now or you start now, it's still going to be paid off in 30 years. So now what I did was I found a graph, and basically it shows you what the home sales have been from 1965 all the way to 2021. And as you could see, there's been an increase. So real estate has always been a great long-term investment. Not short-term, long-term. So short-term is a flip. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But in the long span, people have always made money. So if you would have started in 2012, look at where you would be in 2021. I would highly encourage, if you're on the fence, think of it as this way. Think of your investment in your residence. Because if you invest in a rental property and you're paying someone else's mortgage, you're really not getting anything in return. Yes, you have a roof over your head, but you're not getting anything in return. If you buy a house, in the future, you will get something in return, whether it be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. It's an investment that will pay off in the long run. So I highly encourage you to purchase a home sooner than later. I do own a home. This is coming from someone that owns a home. I've had my home for quite a bit of years now. It's coming from someone that knows I bought this house that I'm currently in right now in 2009. I bought the house for 195,000. The house was appraised for 675. So you could see long term you won't lose. Now you have to imagine, you have to ask yourself, if your average home in California is about 600,000 to 700,000, where are homes going to be 10 years from now? Are they going to be close to $1 million? Wouldn't it be a great idea to purchase now versus later? Because it's going to take a lot more income to be able to purchase a home at that price. So I hope this video was helpful. If you could leave a like, if you could subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I hope this message finds everyone well. I hope everyone's having a great week. Take care. Be safe. See you soon. Bye.